I think that's why giving the later game levels as a recommendation to newer players to get better is kind of like harder to do nowadays, because they just want to see what's the faster thing to do, and that has become a lot less fun over time. Whereas the reason I find these levels so awesome and great to learn on is the record strats and the fastest strats were a lot more similar to the intended ones, or ones that you were more prepared to do. They were easier. Or it's like, oh yeah, that seems like a simple change to what I'm doing now. But now if you play Mayhem for a while and get what you think is a good time, and then you want to see how you can go fast on it, they do something that's just like completely inaccessible, which sucks. And makes it kind of hard to learn on. Like, by executing something like that, you're not really getting better at the game. I think you get better at the game by starting out on a strat that's easier or simpler, and then improving on it in multiple ways, whether by your own intuition or by watching someone else. But I think going from a simple strat to like what, like, say current Mayhem record strat is just like, there's no, you don't get any benefit in doing that. You're just like, do the thing once and then you don't play it again. And that's how we get this mindset of people saying, oh yeah, like how many times have you heard in the past like year and a half, 2 years, like, oh yeah, I just want to do the thing and be done. It's like, why do you want to do that? Why can't you just play the game? Especially when you hear that from people who aren't even good. It's like, if like, I used to say that about Aim Lab's race, and I think my current PB is still my only completion on it. It's like, okay, I'm going to do Aim Lab's race and get it out of the way because it's for global time save and I don't want to play it. But that's because race isn't a good level, right? But you're just missing out on a lot by saying that about levels that would greatly benefit you from playing, both in terms of fun and in terms of skill. And I think both of those things, we've kind of lost those. I think people are having less fun, and people are doing things that aren't skill expressive. Not all people, and not for all levels, obviously, but I just think it's more of a problem now than it used to be. And I think it's another one of the reasons the game is worse now than it used to be. Like, it's easy to just say, oh, the game is worse now because it's harder, but I think it's a bit deeper than that. I think the explanation I just gave is a bit more down to earth with how people actually play the game and how people used to play the game. But yeah, there's my little lecture. And like, it's not wrong to say the game got worse because it got too hard, because that is kind of true, if you're a good player, right? If you're at the top level, it's like, oh yeah, I like, how am I supposed to compete on Mayhem when the record's a fucking 13-4? Like that is an unreal time, and which he got after like the day after the route came out, which is even more insane. This is why AJ's actually the best player ever. But like, it's just not competitive anymore, and that was the fun for me. And it's also less competitive because fewer people are playing. All the top players burn out after a couple months because they don't have any self-control, and then you have people like me who are stuck hovering around the top 10 for 3 years, or 2.5 years. But like, the fun of being, like, what made being in that spot fun was that you had good competition, and since all the competition is so fleeting, they're either too good for too short of a time, or don't care about competing. And I think both of those things are also making it bad to be a top player as well. So you have it getting worse for the newer players, and you have it getting worse for the top players. So the game is just kind of dead. Okay, it's not dead entirely. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do in the game. There's custom levels, there's tournaments, there's plenty of fun things to do in the game. I just think the overall experience is worse. Yeah. Because like, most people don't do those things. Most of the hours spent playing this game are not spent in tournaments or custom levels, etc.